morning, y'all. Happy money making Monday. Okay, and that's that on net. So I got a little time to kill. So I'm like, let me hop on live for a little bit and teach a little bit and just share my story and all that good stuff. Now, first things first, I want y'all to know that trading in the stock market is not hard. Okay? Trading in the stock market is not hard. That's one. What really gets on my nerves and what really just make me feel so sad in some kind of way, the fact that there's a lot of people out here suffering, going to work, working a 9 to 5. Some people like me who have a chronic disease, literally just trying to survive and work to pay the bills at the same time. Now, the reason why I say stock market trading isn't hard is because it's really not. Now, at least my strategy. Now, I don't do the day trading, the crossing my fingers, crossing my toes type of thing in the stock market. I don't read no charts and trying to see if it's going this way or if it's going that way. I don't do that. I don't be looking at no indicators and all that stuff. I don't do that either. My strategy that I trade is unheard of. A lot of people don't know about it. We don't day trade or nothing. We don't use charts or anything, and we only trade like once a week. And it drives me crazy because no one knows about it and people are still living in lack when this is right in front of our face. What gets on my nerves is people thinking, when they think about stocks, they think stocks are just complicated, hard. This let me just say this. Coming from a girl that had a severe learning disability, if I can learn stocks, how to trade, you think you can't learn? You have a whole advantage. I could not learn for nothing. I couldn't even learn how to write. I learned how to write my first sentence at 10 years old. I was in the 5th grade. So, listen, if you were an A plus student, a B plus student, a C plus student, even a D, you can learn how to trade this strategy. Now, it took me some time. It took me a couple of years because, one, I didn't know what stocks were. Like, I didn't know what the stock market was at all. But anyways, let me just take y'all down a little memory lane. So, 18-year-old Paris, no, let's go back a little further. 14-year-old Paris, I was diagnosed with a chronic disease called juvenile type 1 diabetes. And it's where I'm dependent on insulin to live. So I got these, I got little pumps. I got a CGM, but my CGM on my leg, so y'all can't see that. But anyways, my life is dependent on insulin to live. Juvenile type 1 is not an easy disease, let me tell you. You're constantly juggling the low blood sugars in your body, slowly trying to have a seizure. Then you battling high blood sugars, trying to keep it in range because all the other complications and the symptoms from that. Now, when I was diagnosed with it at 14 years old, my mom was like concerned. Like, what you gonna do for work? How you gonna work with this disease? And just to let y'all know, my mom has been an entrepreneur her whole life. Okay, she worked one job and she worked in the government for a couple of weeks, and that was it. And y'all know, if y'all from the DMV area, working in just landing a job in the government is like, I made it. She quit that joint because she said she wants to be an entrepreneur. So from a very young age, my mom taught me and my sister, I have a twin, to leverage our job. To work a 9 to 5 is cool. It's cool to work your 9 to 5, but we're gonna leverage it. And we're gonna start a business, or we're gonna get the heck out some way, somehow. Make money work for you. She always said, start a business, get in stocks, own real estate. That's how you do it. Now, I got a lot of powerful examples in my life. My mom, my dad, and my grandma, all entrepreneurs their entire life. Never worked for anyone ever. And she was like, you really gonna have to start thinking about, maybe working a little bit. You can work a little bit, but getting out, because it's gonna be really hard for you to juggle this disease and work a 9 to 5. And she was not lying. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. God. Yo, that was a nightmare. I woke up every morning feeling like I was on my deathbed. I had to literally peel myself out of bed, get dressed, and then go to work and work on my feet all day. Now, I had a good job, worked in information technology, loved my job, loved working with people and serving. That's probably the highlight of my job, is interacting with, they call them users, like the employees of the corporation. Now, that was the highlight of my job. However, I could not take care of my health. Whoo, yeah, it was rough. It was rough. My blood sugars were all over the place, and then I have low blood sugar, and I got to go to my desk, and then I'm leaving the users hanging, and I'm troubleshooting, I'm building, I'm doing all this, all that. It was a lot. But anyways, I started to put my job first, and it was just my health was so bad. Hospital visits, in the hospital all the time. And then, since I do have this chronic disease, we at that time I had to go to my hospital appointments every 3 months, and it was multiple appointments every 3 months because my health was so bad. So I had to take off of work and all that stuff, leaving work early, and then because of like complications with my pump, stuff like that, insulin pump, stuff like that. And then my jobs was just firing your girl, telling me you need to get on FMLA, but there's no way I could get on FMLA if y'all fire me before the 12 months. Now, you can get FMLA if you stay at a job for over 12 months. You have to make it a year. But people saying, you know, anyway, I never made it half the time to the 12 months. That's just what it is. And now, so I got sick and tired of it. And my mama came up to me and she was like, Paris, she was like, I want you to learn this because this is going to get us out. Now, at that time, my mom she was starting a new business, a home healthcare agency, and she was working crazy. At that time, I was trying to get the heck about the 9 to 5. And she said, study this. This gonna get us out. So you already know. Started studying. I went on YouTube to try to like piece together what the stock market is. Y'all, it's so much information on YouTube. It don't make no sense. So I was just so confused. Like, what the heck is it? Then I searched on Google. Took my time searching on Google, and whew, it was just a lot of information, but I did it. There was all I needed was one strategy to figure out one strategy. And that one strategy is called cover calls. Y'all ain't never heard this strategy before, but it doesn't allow you to use charts and like day trade. You make the same money every single week that you trade. So I know how much I'm making. Today, money making Monday. Okay, we trade on money making Monday. And I know how much I'm making every single money making Monday. It's the most easiest trading strategy ever that you could put alongside your 9 to 5. You can literally trade this in like 30 seconds and go back to work. You can literally trade this on a Monday, maybe on your lunch break, and go back to work. It take a couple seconds. But I mean, if you want to know like the details and how to trade, like step by step and all that good stuff, I do have a free masterclass that I'm hosting. So click the link in the description and sign up for my next free masterclass. And also on that masterclass, you're gonna learn. Okay, that's one thing for sure. And two, if you wanted to take my mentorship, I do have an offer at the very end. But just to let you know, you're gonna learn. Okay, just show up and see what it's about. See what it's about. Anyway, it's free. Jesus, give me strength. But anyway, so I do talk about it though. In my master class, I break it down how cover calls work. But anyways, so I found this one strategy called cover calls, and I said, oh my God, this is something I could possibly do. And so although it wasn't like a type of strategy that I learned right away, because there's 100 ways of trading, even covered calls. And I ain't like them people ways, and they was just doing too much with charts. I don't do that. So I asked the Lord to guide me and lead me to like the perfect people, the perfect group, the perfect course, whatever. I didn't find no course. I didn't find a mentorship, but I found this class in New York City about, how many years ago was that? That might have been 2018, I think. 2018 maybe. I found this class, this pop-up class in New York City. I said, "Ooh, New York City!" That's like the heart of trading, the heart of stocks. So I was so excited. I was like, I'm gonna go to this class and see what the stock market is really about. Be around other traders and stuff like that. Y'all, I went to this class and I was the only black girl in the class. And I was just so eager and so excited to learn. I was like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You're gonna learn, and you're gonna meet some new people. They might be older than you, baby, because you a baby up in this class. But you're gonna learn. So I went there and I just asked all of these questions. People in the class were the people that taught me about the stock market and taught me about trading and stuff like that. It wasn't a teacher, a course, a class, or anything like that. It was the community. So once they gave me a little bit of information, I started to piece things together with Google, YouTube, being around other traders and picking their brains and stuff like that. I started to learn a little bit. I did. I started to learn a little bit. And so every single week, I didn't have no money in my trading account. I didn't have no money for my trading account. I had just one account that was at zero. There's a comment. Let's see if I can get to it. That's a great question. I'll answer your question in 1 second. So didn't have no money in my trading account. I did open my trading account. At the time, it was TD Ameritrade. Love TD Ameritrade. So sad that they are no longer a broker. They merged with a different broker. And so I started to act like I was trading every single Monday. And what I would do is, although I had zero in my bank, I would fill out the form as if I was trading. And then I would get a notebook and write down my profits. And I noticed that every single week the profit was the same. It was a range because every stock has a range. But I was like, baby, let me just stay in it, keep learning, and I'm out this joint in 3 years. So I said July 2nd, excuse me, July 2nd, 2021, I'm out this joint. And I said, that's 3 years away, but I'm going to do it. So every single day, it's so funny. I wrote out a plan. I was like, okay, if I trade October 1, this is how much I'm making. I trade the next week, October 7. I don't know. This is how much I'm making. October 14. I don't know. This is how much I'm making. So I wrote a whole plan down for every single week, all the way until 3 years. And then I started to break it down. Instead of every single week, I did every single month, because I knew that the profit would be stable. I could rely off of the income from the market, and the plan was to buy more shares. Buy more shares, trade. Buy more shares, trade. Buy more shares. That was just my strategy while I was like trying to just put together a master plan. And so I did that every single day. I wrote down the same thing. October this, November this, December this, January 2020, whatever, this, February 2020, this, March 2020, this. Okay, now let's reinvest. I had a whole plan. And so COVID came. COVID came. No. Before COVID was February 2020. Took me 5 years before I actually took my first trade. 5 years until I actually submit my first trade, which is crazy. February 2020 was my first trade on a stock called AMD. At the time, we was at like 55, 50 something. And I worked my butt off, because the thing is, when you trade the strategy cover calls, you have to own 100 shares of stock in order for you to trade it. But when you just stick with it, you stay in it, you buy more shares, you can trade more. Buy more shares, more contracts, you can trade more, your income goes higher. So it's nothing to be like thinking you about to be a millionaire overnight. You gotta stay consistent. Stick to the plan. When you start making money from cover calls, don't be balling and splurging, reinvest, because the goal is to make a higher income. So my first trade, AMD, and make $250. I said, baby, that's an extra $1,000 a month. I said, boy, this crazy. And let me tell you something. It was 5,000, probably like 5,500 to get started. But I worked a third job just for my stocks, just to put money in my account. I worked a third job. So my question to you is, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Are you gonna pick up a third job just so you can fund your trading account, so you can produce an extra income alongside your 9 to 5, or just say forget the 9 to 5? That question is for you. How bad do you want it? So I worked full time in tech. I worked part time, no, full time in tech. Full time, it was from home. The second job for a newspaper company. But that worked out perfect because I got to work from home. And then the third job, I worked at a restaurant in DC. It was like a luxury restaurant in DC, but I was shining wine glasses. And baby, that check was nice. Shining wine glasses. And so I worked almost 40 hours a week there too. It was wild. But anyways, I got all the money I needed for my trading account. Trade AMD, made $250 a week, $1,000 a month. I said, baby, once you make 1,000 one time, it's gonna keep coming. As long as I press these buttons, it's going to keep coming. So all I gotta do is keep reinvesting, keep reinvesting, keep reinvesting, and I will be out this joint soon. I will have my peace back. I will have my health back. I will have my freedom back. I will be on my way to financial freedom. I could do what I want, how I want, when I want. Don't have to worry about no micromanaging boss no more. Don't have to worry about living paycheck to paycheck because you don't get paid. They don't pay you nothing. Taxes be taking all your money. I ain't gotta worry about that no more. So then COVID came. And I said, oh Lord, the market is falling. The market's falling. Help me, God. I'm scared. But it was like the most I've ever made. So I said, so you mean to tell me with this strategy, if the market up, we good. The market down, we good. And if the market don't do another thing but stay right here, we good? I said, cool. Called my mama up. Hey, mama, you ready? So we went ahead, got her account together, fund her account. My mom, y'all, I did not teach my mom how to trade. I trade for my mom. And she calls me every Monday. Paris, how much did I make? How much did I make this week? You send it over? You send it to my bank? I be like, dang, mama, good morning to you too. I used to be like, well, my week was good. Was your week good? Golly, I'm going to send it over. I was going to call you and let you know how much you made. Leave me alone. But no, I love that. And so my mom still doesn't know how to trade. I trade for her. She doesn't have to touch a thing but sit back and make her monies through cover calls. So I'm breaking all of this down in my next masterclass. I better see y'all there. Okay, I better see y'all there. At least come to get the information, to know what it is, what it's about, how it could possibly change your life, and all of that good stuff. And yes, at the end, I'm going to offer my program. If you want to take it, you don't even have to if you don't want, but the offer is there and the opportunity is there if you want to really, like, if you feel like you're ready to commit to learning how to trade such an easy strategy and live the best life. So July 2nd, 2021, I left my 9 to 5 at 24 years old. I left my 9 to 5, fired my boss, at 24 years old. July 2nd, 2021, which I wrote down 3 years ago, 3 years before, I left because I told you in the stock market trading this strategy, you know how much you're making. All you got to do is keep reinvesting it. All you got to do is stay in it. All you got to do is stay consistent. All you got to do is not spend the money that you make, your profits, and to reinvest. You really have to be disciplined if you want this to work. So I did it. And I will never, ever, 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 ever go back to a 9 to 5 unless I want to. Because I have the flexibility and freedom to do whatever I want. But I don't ever have to go back to a 9 to 5 again. When I say my first 6 months trading, my income was at 6 figures. Annual income, 6 figures. Making 8,000 a month, 6 months into trading. I kept reinvesting. Paid off my debt. Kept reinvesting, paid off my debt. Kept reinvesting. I'm like, I didn't triple my daggone annual income at my 9 to 5. I'm like, I could leave. I just stayed in it, kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going. Did not let up on the plan. Stayed very disciplined. I stayed so disciplined. And then I left July 2nd, 2021. The date that I said I was going to leave, I left. And everybody was like, no way, she did it. And then everyone was asking me, please teach me, please teach me. Yes, I'm going to save the lie. Everyone was like, please teach me. Outside of paying for your covered call class, how much money do we need for the initial investment? So what I say to that, a lot of people don't know this, but stocks actually start at $2. $2. In order to trade a cover call, you must own 100 shares of stock. So that could be a $200 investment to start. That could be $1,000 investment to start. If the stock was $10, if the stock $20, that's a $2,000 investment. There's over 5,000 shares, 5,000 companies that you could choose from. So just know the least is $2. The highest is the moon. Okay. And the thing is, though, we pick stocks that have the fundamentals because I don't trade risky. I don't do risk. I can't do risk. If it's super low risk, I'm cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. But if it's too risky, and I teach all of that in the free masterclass too. Where how do I go back to the comment? Okay, here we go. Do you think the program will take us 5 years to trade? Absolutely not. I have traders, so my program is a 6 week program. I have traders that are trading in the program. They don't even finish the program yet, and they're trading. Last week, one of my students shocked the mess out of me. That girl said she made $1,300 in a week. $1,300 that day, because I do my coaching on Mondays and we all trade on Mondays. And she said she made $1,300. When I say I got up out of my seat and started running around, I was running around like my office, and they thought I was just acting a fool, but I was praising the Lord. Just think about it. If she's making almost $1,400 a month, I mean $1,400 a week, we trade 4 times a month. Somebody do the math on that. Somebody do the math on that. If I was to like round it up, why is she looking at me like that? If I was to round it up, we'll say about close to 6,000 a month. 15, that's about 3. That's about 6. So like this is just changing people's lives. I love you so much. I was so excited. I was so excited. Yo, I was so excited. I was running around and I was like, wow, I can't believe that. It's so good. Do you determine the cover call premium price or does the trading website set the price? I never determine the premium price. I never trade that way because I don't have time for it to wait. When I'm trading, I'm trying to make my profit same day. I'm not trying to wait around all day for it to figure it out. So whatever the premium price is, I take it. Yes, the Lord is so good. So my students are winners for sure. It's not a hard strategy, but you'll learn. I teach my cover call strategy week 4 because week 1, week 2, week 3, we go through how to invest and build wealth. We talk about how to build income just by holding shares, not even trading. I teach 2 streams of income through the stock market. One is how to make an income through dividend capturing stock, so you're just holding on to shares. 2, cover calls. But the first week we do like fundamentals. You gotta know that first, and it's so simple. It's so easy. Yes, it's nothing like having a passive income. I'm pursuing cosmetology, but it's just for the money. I want to get out of it and haven't even started. Oh, yeah, I understand. I understand 110%. My mom started in cosmetology and then she opened a child care center and now she has a home health care agency. But that was her start into business. What time is it, y'all? I need to know the time because I'm trying to kill time. I have a video shoot today with my business bestie. Okay, it's 11:24. Oh, that's my little pump. Okay, my little pump charge, my little pump thing. But anyways, y'all, do y'all have any questions about the strategy that I trade? Do you have any questions about my program, my free masterclass? Let me know. Let me know what questions you guys have. But just please listen, I am begging each and every one of y'all. Keep an open mind. Do not think that stocks is for the wealthy. Don't think that stocks is not for you. Don't think that trading is risky because there are a lot of low risk strategies like cover calls. What else? Don't think that trading is hard. Don't think that you have to learn day trading or you have to learn charts and you have to learn indicators because that's not the case with my strategy. Let's see. What made you start YouTube? So that is a funny question. Let me tell you. I've been on YouTube since 2011. I think it was 2011. I was about 15 years old, maybe 14, probably 15 years old, something like that. Me and my twin sister started a family vlog channel back in the day. We grew that thing to over 10,000 followers or subscribers. We did all the things, Creator Day, Google, was invited to all the YouTube events and stuff, had a ball. And then real life happened. Me and Patrice were mommies overnight to twin babies. Long story short, we were off the internet, okay? Because it was too much. People were like, y'all need to take them babies back. Y'all need to encourage adoption. I ain't got time for that. That's not what the Lord said. The Lord said, boss up and take in the kids. So we went off the internet, and now we grown, and I ain't got nothing else to do with my life. I'm like, let me vlog my life, and let me teach, and let me just tell the folks like what's been going on and how life has been so good to me because of learning stock market trading, learning how to invest into other things like real estate and and starting a business. So yeah, that's what made me want to start. I love encouraging. I love inspiring. I love. I love. Not what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I like to be a representation of what God's favor looks like. I love being the representation of what living in God's supernatural look like. I want people to know that they can do it too. And I'm a Christian girl. I'm a holy girl, okay? All of this happened from the goodness of the Lord, okay? And I just want to share it with everyone. Do you have a real estate class? No, I don't have a real estate class, but in the near future, next year, I'm partnering up with someone who taught me how to invest in property internationally. So I own a property in Dubai. I have a property there. It's a $500,000 1 bed, 2 bath property, and it's in Dubai's newest cities. So cool, so cool, so cool. It's about 1,000 square feet. And with that property, I could do whatever. I can buy and hold. I could put, a tenant in there, buy and hold, or I could Airbnb it. It's a lot of different strategies, but international real estate is the way. Okay, I don't have no desire to do real estate in the United States of America. I can't do it. It is not. It's not the vibe. Not the vibe for me. It's not the vibe for me. Would love you to mentor me. Of course, I would love to be your mentor. I would love to be your mentor. One thing for sure, your life will never be the same once my hand is on it. Once my hand is on your life through the goodness of the good Lord. Anyways, y'all, I'm about to run. I need to go in the store and get I need to go in here and get a tank top and and I need to get a mug and some other stuff because I'm about to have a video shoot with one of my business besties. So I'm about to get going, y'all. But anyways, I hope this helped. I hope this encouraged you a little bit to just keep an open mind. I hope this encouraged you to know that you can learn this strategy. If I had a whole learning disability, you can learn. You can learn, okay? You can learn too. Don't let any of your trials and tribulations get in the way. I don't care if you don't have a dollar to your name right now. You better do something and pick up an extra job or something. Fund your trading account. Do what you need to do to bounce the heck back. Do what you need to do to get off that funky job if it's killing you. Do what you need to do to make an extra stream of income. If you are living paycheck to paycheck, do what you need to do. I am here to help. I'm here to serve you. I ain't going nowhere. Okay, I ain't going nowhere. And y'all know what to do. If you're interested in learning more about this trading strategy called cover calls, the link is in the description. Register for my next masterclass, free masterclass. I have one this Wednesday and I have one on Sunday, but the next one is on this Wednesday. So register for the Wednesday one. And you can always come back and see. You can always come back and register for another masterclass if you happen to like miss it or anything like that. The link is in the description. We're gonna have a good time, okay? We're gonna have a good time with that call. Y'all gonna learn a lot. And at the very end, there is an opportunity for you to take the mentorship if you wanted to. And if you're just waiting on the sideline, that's cool too. But I'm always gonna be here for you, okay? Maybe now is not the right time. Maybe in 6 months is the right time. But I ain't going nowhere. All right, love you guys. Have a wonderful day today because it was a word I was trying to think of. Anyways, have a good day today. Have a great week, and I'll be back on here tomorrow. I'm gonna go live again, and I'm gonna teach a little something tomorrow. All right, bye y'all.